own base, not even needing a tower, not even needing a creep wave, and GG! Na'Vi will break the DreamLeague curse and take for the first time ever their title.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague, where amazing happens because you're worth it. I'm loving it. This is day 9 of the league, and these are the games. I'm not day 9, I'm Bruno, but this is day 9. So we have RoX.KIS versus MYM first. RoX.KIS kind of in between the table. MYM desperately needing a win. That will be your first game. Team Liquid versus Dog, the North American Challenge. I know that Lumi is very excited about this one. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. And finally, we're going to see MYM again, this time versus Sigma, two teams that really need to win at least one game here. One of these will. Anyways, of course, this could never happen without the help of our sponsors, so let's thank ASUS. You can go to facebook.com/ROG and of course RockCat, also facebook.com/RockCat, and go there, give them a like, say like DreamLeague is awesome, Bruno is awesome, and not only Bruno, but also the people that are with Bruno here. Hello guys, how's it going?
It's cracking.
Hi Andy.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm okay.
You're okay?
I'm okay.
You don't look okay.
No, I'm fine.
You look more than okay.
I just haven't eaten.
Okay. What do you want to eat?
What do I want to eat?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Okay, so I'm tempted to just say the address here and hope for pizza.
Question of the day. What should we eat?
Question of the day. Who should eat? Lumi, how's it going?
I'm hungry.
Yes.
And I'm disappointed that we're only awesome by association to you. So fuck you, Bruno. We're awesome in our own right. Right, Andy?
That's kind of on and off with me.
Okay, yeah.
Shane, what's cracking?
What's cracking, boss?
Great, are you?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm not actually hungry because I ate food today.
What did you eat?
Scrambled eggs and bacon.
Did you just ask him what he ate?
Yeah,
he eats the
like
same exact thing
people doesn't know that. Okay,
yeah, I eat the same stuff every day, like pretty much.
What do you eat? Like, what can you eat?
I can eat a lot of stuff, but what I do eat is bacon, eggs, and burgers. Like shitloads of burgers.
That's why you're
what
so
he means
big.
by burgers is no bread.
Yeah. Just
cheese?
Just the meat.
No ketchup, no mustard, no onions, no nothing.
Cheese.
Just
cheese, though.
Right, just cheese and the meat.
Yep. So that's great. But anyways, guys, if you want to send us your questions or something like that to Twitter, you just have to tweet. Doesn't matter who you tweet to, but you have to have the hashtag DreamLeague, and it will show up just behind these great guys here. So, damn. Yeah, they don't feed us. So you should feed us. Yeah. I'm not sure if I can say that, but if you Google, you might find the address of the studio, and you can. And so that's pizza. No, really, we're gonna have food later. I already arranged that. So yeah, actually, we saw some very good games yesterday. Some not very good games, but they were all at least interesting somehow. Mm-hmm. What comes to mind when I talk about last day, Shane?
Alliance and how they like struggled to break the base and then just kind of folded under Cloud9. Mm-hmm. I think that was a good game.
Sure. SNY Lincoln's pretty good.
Yeah, not really, isn't it? Mm-mm. What about Mirana with Hex?
Also not good.
Also not good.
At least when you're your only team's damage dealer.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Lumi.
For me, I think it was a day of a lot of people moving up and down the bracket. We saw EG coming out strong. Team Dog had a good performance, but then they kind of up and down. And Cloud9 being second place in the league, something that a lot of people expected. So pretty big stuff for me.
Yeah, but AUI said very well. I said as well yesterday. They performed really well and they were confident. It was a team effort, so they were doing great. But let's remember some of the moments of yesterday's game. We're going to start with the first game. That was RoX.KIS versus MYM versus Cloud9. Sorry. Yeah, that's what happened yesterday. And MYM started kind of okay, but they had a kind of questionable lineup, don't you think?
Yeah, I had my concerns about their draft from the get-go. Like, just at the beginning, I'm saying, okay, well, their late game's not going to be that spectacular. And then a lot of this happened. Taking a nap into getting requiemed, and suddenly the game looked pretty difficult. And this is even under the circumstances that Envy, he didn't get a BKB, right? Like, he bought a Midas after Treads, and he died like 3 times because of it, and they were still able to win. This is when Aoi managed to get a song off before the Aegis, and they managed to take that. So it was kind of one-sided, even though there were kills going back and forth, just because the lineup that they had inherently just couldn't stand up to Cloud9's.
Yeah, I think so as well. And at the same time, this was only the first game of something that was going to happen again and again during the day.
Yeah.
Alliance also had a problem with that. But before going to Alliance, we're going to go to the game 2, which was the Team Dog versus EG. Lumi said it very well. EG looked strong. They came strong. But Team Dog, kind of the underdog.
Got him.
What happened here, Lumi?
A lot of stuff happened. They tried to really kill the Tinker, and that was the game plan for Team Dog. Just keep making sure RTZ dies. And yeah, they did get kill RTZ there, but it took them so many spells and hexes to do it. RTZ bought back, and Teamfight just went the other way. So when you talk about EG, it's really RTZ. Not to take anything away from...
This is amazing.
I mean, that's... Yeah. They 3-man ganking with multiple hexes. RTZ survives. And he just like drew 2-3 people up top, and then the rest of the team at this point was pushing Raxus.
That Chivas there is very important because Center cannot blink now.
And I was thinking to myself, if he died to those neutrals, it would be such a facepalm moment, but he didn't. So big plays from RTZ, as expected.
Yeah, wasn't enough though.
Was not. No, they won.
They won.
They won?
They won.
EG won.
Yeah.
That's right. Dog won versus Clan. I'm sorry.
Weston James.
It's okay. Jesus, right under the bus.
Yeah, that's it. Good work, EG. Keep doing that. And bad work, Bruno. You should stop doing that. But yeah, then we had one final game, and that was kind of the game everyone was expecting just because they had great names. It was Alliance versus Cloud9. Now, Alliance started dominating the game at the beginning, but it wasn't enough. Shane, any idea what happened?
Here's where they started. They just kept on trying to break the base with the Necros, and then all of a sudden they used everything on Sing Sing, and he had the Aegis, and it looked a bit grim from there, really. They're like, okay, we got this, we got this.
It was the day of lineups with no damage.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty much the same reason why I feel like Alliance lost this game. Loda went Lincolns, which I kind of understand, because if you rage and you have Lincolns, then you are pretty much immune to being doomed, which is fine. But he went S&Y Lincolns, so he did no damage. So it didn't matter if he got like doomed or anything or not. It was just a simple matter of they couldn't kill anyone on the team. So it was really tough.
Yeah, and those were the 3 games of yesterday. But before going into any more from what will happen today, we do have the question of the day. And the question of the day I'm going to pose to you today, to you 3, is 4 Protect 1, the strategy, still something that you can make it work under this metagame, or you are forced to get 2 or more cores right now?
I think 4 Protect 1 is kind of what happened yesterday to Alliance, isn't it? I mean, sure, Bulldog had a pretty good amount of farm, but he wasn't building necessarily as a core. He was building more of like a team fight-oriented pusher, which is a bit different because he didn't have crit until very late. The game was pretty much already over at that point, and Loda was the one who was supposed to be the one doing most of the damage. And in that sense, they fell apart really hard against the Doom lineup when they tried to push. So I don't really know if you can make 4 Protect 1 work right now.
Lumi, any ideas?
I think 4 Protect 1 does not work if teams are picking Doom, which is going back to the game that we saw yesterday. You could put 10,000, 20,000 gold on one carry, and then Doom comes, and suddenly your carry is nullified. The one team that plays as close to 4 Protect 1 right now, to me, is EG. Because, and it's not fair, it's RTZ in the mid lane. And we saw in the match against Team Dog how he had to buy back multiple times and die back multiple times. So 4 Protect 1 does have in his inherent weaknesses. But the heroes that RTZ play are like Morphling, Tinker. They're so mobile that you buy back, you come back in, and you kill just about everybody. And I think in those specific instances, 4 Protect 1 works. But I'm not sure if it works in wide cases.
Shane?
I'm going to have to go with the lads on this one because it's pretty difficult to go against a dual core when you only have one main damage dealer, especially if they have like Doom or like a Bane or someone to like lock them down really hard. I think it's pretty difficult to deal with that.
It's also important to remember that when you're playing a single core, oftentimes you won't get as many kills, and they have continually buffed like assist and kill gold over and over and over again, right? So any lineup that has multiple cores that could at least contribute in the early to mid game means that your team is going to be making a heck of a lot more money. Plus, you have to keep into consideration that 4-Protect-1 lineups often don't assume map control, which is also kind of bad, because way back when people picked AM and waited until like 50 minutes, all people did was just spam push waves out. No one really went for ganks. No one really killed towers. So it's a lot different now. So I don't really think that you're going to have the room even to make a 4-Protect-1 work.
I prefer it like this though. It's way more exciting.
No, I agree. Like, I like action-packed games.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I guess that kind of gives our perspective. I don't think it's the final answer. No one has the real truth in Dota, except maybe Icefrog. But yeah, that's our perspective of the topic right now. And going back to how the league is going, what better to show right now than the standings and see who is on top and who is on the bottom. Team Empire and Alliance doing, and Cloud9 doing really well. 4 wins for all of them, 1 loss for each of Alliance, Cloud9. But we have some teams without any wins, and they're all playing today. Team Liquid, Meteor Makers, and Sigma International. What do you guys think of these bottom teams?
Well, I think one of them's going to get a win today, right? Doesn't that kind of mathematically have to happen?
It kind of has to happen.
Right. I mean, I've never seen a game where both teams lose, but who knows?
Well, we've seen those games, but the result is not. One team still win, but moral defeats do happen.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And like, it's good that you said that someone has to have a win, and someone will have to have a win as well in our competition. If you go so if you go to facebook.com/ROG Nordic, you can go and vote for the MVP of the week. After today, after all the games are done, you will have all the information necessary to say, okay, who was the player that was outstanding this week? And if you do, and if you guess right, because we will decide who it was, you will be one of the persons that can win this amazing thing. That's not the overlay, it's actually what's behind the overlay. And there we have it. It is a gaming motherboard. It's small, but sometimes size doesn't matter. So in this case, you can put this into your computer and it will fly and it will play everything amazingly, assuming you have all the other stuff that you also need in a computer. Unfortunately, a motherboard by itself cannot run everything. You
that
need
one looks like
stuff
a good
like
though.
hard drives. Might be.
Yeah, it looks powerful.
Yeah, it does, really. It has lots of slots and stuff. Really like it. I'm starting to grow attached to it. I had it all week next to me. I kind of like it. But yeah, anyways, that kind of wraps up what happened next week. Not next week. Yesterday. Jesus, I'm reading anything. The teleprompter right there is saying, I'm Ron Burgundy. But yeah, no, we need to talk about what happens today. And this is the games that we're going to see today. So we start with RoX.KIS versus MYM, which is a game that's going to come pretty soon right now, 18:45. Then we have the North American game, as I said, Team Liquid versus Team Dog, and MYM versus Sigma. Guy, any of these games excite you particularly? Enough said. So
it excites me.
You're always excited.
I know, right?
It's not like...
Isn't that good?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
You balance me out.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
I just sit here and smile.
I think the Liquid and Dog match is going to be good. Dog, we know they're taking things a lot more seriously now, so they're playing a lot better. Team Liquid, the God forbid mention words of...
No.
All right, so we're not going to talk about it. They're playing a bit better than before, which is not saying much, but let's see if they can actually match up to Dog. And I think they can.
I think so as well. I mean, it's a toss-up. To me, that's probably a 50-50 kind of game right now.
And then the 2-0-4 team going against each other? That's a good match.
There's a possibility that one team could be 0-5 by the time that happens.
Yeah.
Probably will be 0-5.
Yeah. And one team will be 1-4.
Actually, if
no,
MYM...
because Sigma doesn't play until the last game. And they're already
you mean
0-4.
before that?
And MYM
Okay.
would be 0-5.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now I know. Okay, this is dying on me, but it's fine. It's okay. So yeah, first of all, we will start with RoX.KIS versus MYM. So let's head a little bit into this conversation about this game, and let's meet the team. That's RoX.KIS. RoX.KIS, they've been kind of up and down, but I think they haven't shown all they can do. Because these guys are actually really, really good players. And as a team, very solid, but they have lost against the best. They lost against Empire, and I think against Navi, meaning no one blames you for that, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that as a team, they could definitely place in the top 6. I don't have really too many doubts about that. And I think Solo has been receiving some unfair scrutiny just because of that one game that he had where he lost, what, like 15 or 1,600 gold worth of items in the courier at the beginning of the game, and then he was never able to recover because of that. So
he was Storm Spirit against Puck in that.
Yeah.
He should have asked for a remake.
Yeah. Yeah, he should have.
Maybe it works. But anyways, yeah. So RoX.KIS, we saw that they have a player called BZZ. He's perfect, and he is perfect when playing Slardar. He was like 10-0 with that hero. And RoX.KIS is one of those teams that really favors the Dazzle Slardar whenever they have second pick.
Yes.
They just try to get them both together, kind of like Fnatic did with Wisp and Tiny back then, and they still do sometimes. So if MYM did their homework, they're going to ban those heroes, or at least one of them, so that they can pick the other. But speaking of MYM, let's meet the team as well. Let's see what they have in their pockets.
No
we
wins.
can't actually see their pockets.
Well, you can't see Crit's pockets.
Oh yeah. That's true.
They look kind of empty though, because he has hands in them.
Well, he has hands in their pockets. Like Alanis Morissette. You know, she has one hand in her pocket,
yeah.
and the other one's flicking a cigarette. It's a really good song.
I don't remember that song.
Really?
I should know that song.
You should know that song.
Yeah, but I don't.
I'm not going to sing
I'm
it
a
because
horrible dad.
Alanis Morissette, she has like this amazing voice. But yeah, you know who else has an amazing voice? I heard. Unicorn.
Did you actually hear that? Are you
yeah.
just like making shit up on the spot?
Totally making shit up.
Are you allowed to do that, Bruno?
Absolutely.
No,
James said
definitely not.
He's
James said it
paid to
was-
make stuff up. Man, that's really all we do here.
Now I want to hear him sing.
Who, Unicorn?
Yeah,
We'll try to get him on, maybe.
but we'll try. We'll try to make it. Yeah. He can sing. He's Danish, I think.
I'll make a man out of you.
Ah, that's good.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
A whole new world as well.
Yeah, but who would do the other part?
I could do it.
I can't hit those notes, man.
I could try.
He can be Jasmine.
All right. I look
enough.
forward to it.
Yeah. So how are we doing with the game?
It actually just started.
It actually just started. Okay, so that's great. Having said that, any predictions? Something that's going to happen right now in this game before we head into the game?
RoX.KIS are going to win.
RoX.KIS are going to win. Lumi, do you agree? Do you disagree?
MYM's going to draft for early game. They're going to win the early game, and then they're going to lose the game. Because we've seen it 4 times already.
This guy knows.
I'm going to go with Meteor Makers then, just to balance it all out.
Okay. Fair enough. So we have everything pretty balanced right now. Let's hope the game is balanced and 79-minute long, just like Lumi likes it. With that said, let's go into the game.
All right, so Bruno and I both believe that RoX.KIS haven't yet shown their true colors, and they're going to have an opportunity to give MYM another tally in the L category. Lumi, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I figured that if you draft for nothing but early game, and you know that your mistake is you can't finish games out, maybe they'll reflect on that and actually try to finish a game out. Because if you could win your early game against some of the best teams in the world, like Cloud9 and Fnatic, you should be able to finish things with, you know, your 10,000 goal lead.
Finish what you start.
I agree. No, I think that there's nothing wrong with the team. Like, even their teamwork is fine. The individual skill is definitely high enough to beat some of the best teams, but they always draft lineups that just can't do anything post 30 minutes.
Like when BKBs come out.
Yeah,
that seems to be like, that's the backbreaker of MYM.
Have you seen Solo play Invoker this tournament? I don't think so.
Yes, I think he played it yesterday.
Yeah, he...
Or
no, not yesterday. It was last week, I think, that he played Invoker, right?
I think yesterday he got a Basilius, and we were talking about how that works with the Force Spirits giving it armor.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that game they lost.
Right.
If I'm remembering correctly, because he got like arrowed mid by Marana or something.
Oh, your favorite puck build with face boots are coming out today.
You know, the thing is, he plays a really good puck.
He does.
Like, exists is really solid on the hero, but I don't like phase. Like, he doesn't need the damage. I don't understand why you get the phase for mobility when you already have a blink dagger and orb for mobility. Like,
I think
Is it for last hitting in lane? Is that the...
yeah, but treads are still, in my
treads
opinion, better.
I think something you said yesterday, treads is a very good lane dominating item for the better animation, especially when you're going mid for the bottle. You could tread swap and get a lot more mana regen and stuff. I do believe there are a couple of like well-known players that do get phase on puck. I think Ice, I believe, is one of them.
Does he?
I think so. Don't quote me on that.
I don't know.
I actually think it's okay because a lot of times with puck, after you orb in and waning rift, you start to right click. And phase is one of the fastest way to get plus 24 damage early game, cheapest way as well. 900 gold, you get plus 24 damage. That's an insane ratio in terms of gold per damage. So there is something like that, but I'm personally not a big fan of phase on puck.
They instantly banned out Slardar when they saw Dazzle as well.
Yeah.
100% win rate, man. No, wait, that's the wrong team. Never mind. No, it is the right
BZZ,
team.
yeah.
It is the right team.
It's the right thing.
I just forget he never actually has his real name.
Hands off Goblack.
Hands off.
Just get your hands off him, man.
I don't know. I think it's more like hands off, as in I took my hands off the keyboard, I'm done. You know,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like one of those moments where you get like arrowed, but the arrow hits you in a way that you're like right in a tree line and you don't even see it, and it just like hits you and you're like, I'm done. It's like, I think that's it, man.
Or you get Bane ulted or something like that. It's like, what?
Yeah. Or you get sleight of fisted from fog and die in one hit.
Yes, hands off.
I feel like that would be one of those moments. I mean, that's actually never happened to me before, but I feel like if it did happen, I would be pretty hands off about it.
All right.
Look, man, just drink your tea, all right?
The tea is the only thing I have to fill my empty stomach because none of us have any food.
Fill it with joy.
We can't all be you, Shane. We can't all just be happy to be alive, all right? We're human, after all. But,
I'm not.
well, sometimes I wonder. No one can be as happy as you all the time.
It's tough.
It is. So, I didn't mean to cut you off, but MYM, we haven't seen what their carry is going to be yet, but I do like the Nix Visage combo. I think that it's really strong, especially against teams that have like Invoker. But it's another one of those lineups where I feel like Rox.Kiss, Luna is considered one of like the hardest carries really, once you get to like 5-6 slots. And we don't know what MYM is going to be going for yet. So my concern is, are they going to go with another weird type of carry that's just not going to make a good transition and then get flattened by a 6-slotted Luda after like the 45-minute mark?
I think they'll get flattened when BKB comes out on Luna because looking at the first 3 picks, Nix Assassin.
Well, they
Visage-
haven't picked their carry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But these 3 picks, you can't deny that they are going to get somewhat nullified when the BKB comes out. So
Well, Nix isn't as bad as the others.
Yeah, it's
and
good.
Visage, they have physical damage at least. Like it's compared to like a Crystal Maiden.
I
or
guess
something
you could
like
say
that.
the birds. The birds.
Yeah, the
do,
birds
yeah.
and the
Well, we saw Zai's Visage the other day.
That's true.
Where he had like, what, Desolator, AC, Medallion, Scepter, and he actually like outright clicked MSS.
Yeah.
that was impressive.
Yeah. But MSS got Lincoln on Morana, or no, that was Pycat.
No, Pycat got Mjolnir, Hex,
Right.
and Drums.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Which I'm actually okay with the Mjolnir Scotty build if you're not the only team's damage dealer, and Scotty still gives you more damage than a Hex. So I was like really confused when
And
that
you get to
happened.
throw snowballs as well, which I think is key.
Well, not only snowballs, but like lightning with snowballs.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like
That's like what we have in Sweden right
that's
now.
like some 7 sign shit. Like it really is.
All right. Yeah, you were talking about how Luna is going to be very good in terms of the 6-slot carry. I think she's actually very powerful, like 15
She's
minutes
good
on as
early,
well.
too.
Yeah, so I think should MYM fall behind early, which they actually have not done yet so far in the league. They actually generally win all of their early game. And look at this draft. Well, we're going to see,
Similar again.
again, once BKB comes out, I don't know, like at least 4 members of the team just fall off now.
The thing is, I can't necessarily fault MYM for drafting this way because their lineup is still very strong. Like, their early game and their mid game is going to be disgustingly good. There's no question about that. And if you win earlier in the game, then there's less punishment typically for when you have like things go wrong, unless you're in a situation where the other team is going to be able to out-carry you. That's when it can be construed as a bad thing. And I feel like that could very easily be one of the situations that MYM is going to be facing here. Now, Rox.Kiss have 2 more heroes to pick. I'm assuming it's Invoker mid and Luna safe lane. Don't know what the Dazzle is going to be doing yet, so we're looking at a support and potentially 1 offlaner, which Centaur and Timber are both already banned.
Clockwork does well against them, I think.
Yeah, Clockwork would be really solid just because it's a hero that can be out in the front, and even if he does die, if cogs are down and you have some decent space between you and MYM, then you're going to be just fine. So,
That little extra bit of mana burn as well with Invoker is pretty filthy.
yeah. I don't know if he'll actually go Quaswex here. I feel like he could actually just go Exort because he has a Dazzle on his team, and plus they have Lunar Blessing, so he would hit like ridiculously
Really
hard.
Yeah. It depends on how much he worries about survivability as well, because Puck is a hero that could, kind of get kills with the right runes, and Enchantress will be smoke ganking as well. And obviously having that the Quaswex build gives you a little bit more survivability. It seems like Enchantress lately hasn't won too many games, and I think that's somewhat of a misconstrued statement because the teams that are picking Enchantress are Meteor Maker and Sigma, so
Yeah.
it's an unfair thing to say. But it looks like we're going to see a Treant Protector, so that's actually going to make the Enchantress ganks early on a lot less effective.
Dazzle and Tree. Jesus.
Well, Tree Armor is pretty crap early.
That's true.
Like,
That is true.
Until he gets 7, it really is just not good anymore. I've seen a lot of people who just lane Tree and just go Leech Seed instead because it offers so much more. But I think that's more of, like you said, probably the off lane, I would guess.
I mean, Go
and-
Black always plays as support, so I think they're going to pick their offlane now.
Yeah, that's also a possibility, like for sure. The only thing is, if they are going to be running it as support, then it has to be a defensive lane because Tree needs pulls. Like he can't function without the experience from pulls. So if that's the case, then it's definitely going to be a defensive lane here from Rox.KIS. But I do feel like Tree is mediocre against MYM's lineup just because they really do have a lot of instances of damage. And don't forget, like, Visage Birds hit so fast that they annihilate living armor like very quickly. So I don't know. I think it's okay. If it's solely to stop the early game aggression, then I think it's fine.
Yeah, normally I'm not a big fan of Tree because he offers so little damage to the team, but you talked about Weave giving damage, the Lunar Blessing giving damage, so the damage department is very much so filled for Rox.KIS, and looks like the carry pick for MYM is going to be Morphling. So, are we going to see the standard way of playing Morphling, which is something like a shotgun build? Last time we saw Sigma play Morphling and went for early BKB. I thought that was quite interesting. Andy, what do you think here? What kind of Morphling are we going to see?
Well, I think MYM does a pretty significant chunk of damage on their own until the Luna starts to get a BKB, or, well, obviously finishes it. But I think E-Blade is still fine here, just because you can potentially, like, if you E-Blade combo fast enough and the hero will die to it, then you don't have time to grave, which is good.
Okay.
So you can isolate one hero, turn the fight into a 5v4. This is probably one of the only situations where I think that picking a Morphling is a good thing, because I mean, we don't know, like I said, if the tree's going to be offlane yet. And it looks like it's going to be offlane Bristleback, which actually could cause some serious problems for MYM, just because their heroes aren't spectacular at dealing with it. What I assume is going to happen is the Nix will just skill mana burn. That's probably the best way to deal with him, just to make sure that he doesn't have mana to quill.
In the offlane, though?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it'll be the offlane Bristleback versus the Nix Visage and Morphling. Or, I mean, I don't think they're going to go aggressive, but I guess they could. But I wouldn't want to go aggressive against Lunar Blessing.
You don't want MYM to go aggressive?
Right, I don't think it would be a good idea.
Okay.
Especially if the Invoker is going to be going XR.
We need to remake.
Why? I don't know.
Check the skills.
No, the admins wanted a remake instead of...
Oh, my console is on. I can't check pings. I was going to say maybe they hosted the wrong server.
Okay.
I don't understand what's happening.
I'm glad I see Bristleback, because we haven't seen him. Yeah. He's probably one of my favorite heroes.
Yeah, he is kind of fallen off quite a bit, I would say. It's just, he's very easy to kite, and honestly, just in the laning phase, I think he's okay for this game, but I feel like mid-game, he's not really going to offer that much. I'm kind of apprehensive about what kind of fighting capability he's going to have, because really, if the Nix mana burns you once,
it's game over, really.
The thing about Bristleback is that he has really good in-game, but it kind of doesn't do much against the Nix, because once the Nix maxes that skill, you get mana burn twice or even once, and you're just like, well, my life is no longer fun at all.
I'm getting the wrong...
How do you guys think,
you're not typing the password.
or Andy, how do you think Bristleback ranks when he gets 6 slotted compared to other
Not well.
heroes?
Hey, Andy, can you
He doesn't really do that
password
well.
me?
Yeah.
Because
Let's see.
Hold on, you have to click into it, lads.
Click in the box.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Got it.
Click,
Team
click,
effort.
click, click, click.
I think it's this.
Oh, I put one number less.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Bam, you're
We
in.
hacked it.
But yeah, I think that Bristleback is like a mid-gamer. He kind of peaks out because he's so ridiculously hard to kill, and most of the damage that he does is through his skill spam. And giving him 1 extra rank of Warpath made his mid-game like tremendously good, because now you get even more bonus damage on top of that, and movement speed and attack speed, which is great because you can run heroes down. But when you get to the base, it's not about running heroes down, it's about trying to actually kill buildings, which he doesn't really do that well. Now, if you build him as kind of like a supporty, I'm going to get a pipe and an AC or something for my team, I think he transitions actually better than if you wanted to try to make him as a 6-slot carry, because then you can offer the same things that you already do because you're so tanky, but you actually give benefit to the team and push as well.
Now, let's not forget also that because you have a Dazzle in the team, that wave late game, if he gets like to a level 16 and you have minus 24 armor or something ridiculous, I think it's even more.
A lot, I don't know.
Minus a lot of armor.
Well, you can only go minus 20.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
well,
the maximum.
no, the thing is that you get minus whatever on top of your plus armor. So you,
Yeah.
so the thing is that once you get to that point, the quills hurt a lot. Because it doesn't matter if you're late game, like quills that start stacking and doing 300 damage per quill, if you have minus armor, it's like plus 40% amplification. If you get minus 20, or I think it's even more. I don't know, it's a lot. So yeah, it still hurts.
Yeah.
I actually think I'm not sure if I agree with your point about mana burn being gone on Nix, because just based on how common the 4-1-4 build has been lately, because it feels like an off-lane Nix, you have to have max.
Well, no, I don't mean he maxes it. I just mean he gets it at level 1.
Just
burn
him,
him.
just only
because
him.
if you don't burn the Bristleback, then he can actually fight both of you at the same time.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah. So I didn't mean like max it. I just meant get 1 point.
I also think that
We're back.
Bristleback's actually going to do a lot during the mid game, simply because the way that MYM's contributed, the lineup is going to be, because they're going to just try to burst hero down. If Bristleback gets a magic wand and a cloak, I think he's going to just give like Visage, Enchantress, like a lot of havoc. I just don't think they could burst him down quickly enough before he does a ton of quill spray damage.
Their quill sprays actually like completely fucked the birds as well. Like they killed them with like 3 hits or something like that.
Yeah, I think the Bristleback pick is actually really, really strong, just solely for laning. So we'll see how it works. But also remember that Nix and Visage are actually pretty greedy supports, right? Like they need levels pretty badly. Visage definitely needs 6. Even having like an early medallion, definitely a good thing. And Morphling as well. He's Morphling.
Well, Nix isn't going to be a support really. He's an offlaner in this case, isn't he?
Well, he could be. Yeah.
I think he's going to offlane.
Yeah, he kind of has to.
You're right. He'll be offlane, which that means that the Enchantress and the Visage will have to zone him. So,
which they technically could do.
I don't think he really cares.
He'd have to spend a lot of time doing it. I think they might just say, okay, the Bristleback's going to get some experience and just sit in the jungle or try to gank mid or something.
Okay.
Because ganking an XR Invoker isn't really that hard.
Especially with Enchantress, like 2 creeps nearly at the start of the game. It's so scary. If you get the right ones, it's kind of a lot about luck on Enchantress, isn't it? Because like, you can go into the jungle and you can just get like the birdies, which are kind of cool for winning the lane, but you're not going to kill with a bird.
Bird is the best creep you can get.
I don't know. I like the laser. The laser harpy, I think, is the best creep.
Yeah, the one that has the chain lightning, right?
Yeah, I think he actually does way more damage.
The reason I say the bird is the best creep is actually you could use the bird to get like level 5 in 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
You stack the camps and you just tornado.
But, yeah,
like
for yourself.
Like, for yourself.
For killing or abusing people.
Sure. All right, looks like we're jumping into the game. We don't see any level 1 smoke for Roches.
I like this.
What do you like, Andy?
I like that Rox.Kiss are doing a 2-1-2.
Dazzle Bristleback.
Makes way more sense because, okay, say for instance MYM have that Morphling, Visage, Enchantress lane. If it's just a solo Bristleback, then Sadoy definitely struggles, right?
Yep.
But you put a Dazzle into the mix, and then all of a sudden they can actually just go for kills.
Yep. So I think MYM has to play this very differently. Like the Visage normally would just zone the Bristleback out. In this case, I don't think he can even do that. He's gonna have to try to go for pulls, get some experience, and maybe go for an early fight.
They checked Roshan with poke, like, just in case.
Don't want to have to remake that.
Yeah, exactly. Skill stats.
I really do like the 2-1-2 way, way more. Because honestly, the Nix won't be able to really go to the wave that much anyway. Because Tree actually will be able to out-harass him. Especially if he's close enough to BZZ to get Lunar Blessing, which is another 14 damage on top of that. With that, he hits for over 100. He hits for 102 damage at level 1 if it has Lunar Blessing. That's unbelievable.
And he's pretty quick as well.
I mean, for a Tree, yeah, he's pretty fast. Well, actually, he has what I would call the base move speed, 300. So, which, by the way, I want to see the new one. The new 300 movie.
Yeah, well, that's another one. We have.
I don't know how they're gonna make that movie. Didn't like everybody died at the end?
Yeah, but they're gonna get reborn.
There were only 300 of them. That's the thing.
Yeah, they get reborn.
It's not like every single Spartan died in the movie. Jeez, man, did you actually see the movie?
Not really.
That's right. No, you don't watch movies.
Yeah,
I always forget that.
The only like American movie I watched recently, which I absolutely loved, was Frozen.
Okay. I still haven't seen that actually.
You have to watch that.
Bruno and I sing Frozen songs all day.
Yep. We do the duets. Yeah. Works pretty fine.
How's your phone, Bruno?
Pretty good.
You're looking at it like 80% of the time, like all the time.
Yeah,
I have the stream in here.
Just looks at his phone the whole day. And it beeps non-stop. Like.
And he can't mute it.
I fixed it.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy blocking.
Punches.
See, this is good. This is actually something that I wish that my supports did when I was playing against a solo offlaner, blocking the hero from actually pulling the large camp into the wave.
Yeah, so right now actually RoX.KIS is getting a lot of early game work done. So not only is Sadoy getting that experience, or at least a little bit, Yo was also able to drop his observer ward first, and then thus seeing the place that the enemy team has dropped observer, so he bought quick sentry and dewarded 2 observers. So right now, MYM is playing blind on the map.
When
kind
you're
of a big
playing
deal.
when you're playing Bristleback here, do you learn the snot at all? Like when do you learn the snot? Because I always feel that you don't have enough mana to use the snot.
Well, the thing about Bristleback is if you do get an early rank into Snot, you have to never use your mana any other time unless you're going like all in, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't just spam it once or twice for CS, otherwise you're never going to have the mana pool to actually go for a kill. So if you go like just 1-1-1 or 1-2-1, which I think is pretty standard, all you have to do is make sure that you hold your mana in mid. Yep, you're going on solo.
The wolf.
It's going to be dropping low, and that's going to be your first blood. Exist picks it up. 956 gold to his name at 2 minutes, not bad.
Yeah.
Nice rotation coming out from MYM.
So we're going to see those quick phase boots, I guess, coming out from Exist, and hopefully he's going to dominate the lane a little bit more. As for the Bristleback, I think the 1-2-1 is actually quite standard. And maybe with the Dazzle, you change your build a little bit in lane, because maybe you don't need a Snot as much. So
What is the snot's like 30 mana? It's like really high as well.
Yeah,
30 mana,
30 mana at every rank.
But
and
actually,
closes
Bristleback
35.
does have one of the more deceptively high int gains. He's actually one of the highest strength hero with int gains, so you do actually get a ton of mana early game.
Oh, Invis
Or
here
late
on
game.
Yul. I think they might be able to go for a kill here. Unfortunately, Sidoi is not level 3, so he doesn't have level 2 close. He just throws the heal bomb out, but Yul needs to be careful. He does not have a point in a grave. Now he's going to see the crits coming in with a Centaur.
Oh,
Soul
no.
Assumption away for him from Unicorn from the wave, and they get themselves yet another kill. So prior to the draft finishing, we both said that MYM has a tendency to not pick for the late game, but they have a Morphling now.
Yep.
So Morphling is one of those very, very hard carries as well. Although he carries, I would say, in a different way than a Luna, where Glaives just kind of annihilate everyone during the team fight. Morphling can just pop a hero, right? Like just kill it instantly.
And very similarly to Luna, Morphling's one of those heroes that could contribute early as well. We just saw Waveform coming in, giving him the ability to come in for a quote-unquote KS, get himself a lot of gold. Looks like he's going to go for a quick treads, which not too bad.
Do you think Tree counters Morphling in a small way? Because if Tree puts the armor on Dazzle, like late game, it'll do way less damage, and he might have time to shadow grave himself.
It only takes 80 damage, I think, per instance at max rank. Yeah, so it blocks 80 damage of the combo, and it's 3 spells. So basically, it negates 240 damage.
Which is actually pretty significant.
Yeah, but if you imagine that a late game Morphling combo does anywhere from like 1,000 to 1,500 damage, it's kind of like a drop in the bucket. I'm not saying it won't save him. I'm just saying it's not really that big.
Yeah.
It's only good, in my opinion, in situations where the heroes are auto-attacking a lot, because that's the majority of your damage during the early game, which is why they had to nerf tree armor. Not because it was good late, but because it made you pretty much invincible.
And
during
immune to
like, the
terrors.
first, yeah.
Remember the Weaver tree things? Oh my god.
That was even before Weaver Abaddon started happening, and that was pretty much the same thing.
I think Bristleback Abaddon is actually really fucking strong.
Yeah, pretty much anything with Bristleback is good, or anything with Abaddon is good.
Yes.
What heroes, man. But Rox.Kiss, they still maintain the farm lead. I mean, BCZ's got 23 and 13 right now. He's slightly ahead of the Morphling on the side of MYM, but of course Unicorn has a kill. So everything's more or less even at this juncture.
Looks like they might actually set up a gank on solo on the mid lane here. Nix Assassin roaming all the way from
He's
top.
running straight into the tomato.
Yeah, Yul, he's going to get the slow off, but Sidoi wants to go for crit. Gobblack's here too, throws the leech seed. Yul, nice grave, keeps himself alive, and he's going to be able to TP out. No adaptive strike on Unicorn just yet, as to be expected, but that was close.
Yeah, are they going to actually come down the mid lane? Looks like they are. They have Living Armor. Dreamcore's going to get used. Where's the Living Armor not being used
nice
just yet? Mana Burn comes out. Impaled's going to hit, and Solo's going to go down the tower, focusing on Ace. Not going to die there. So another good pick on Invoker. One of the, you know, you're just saying that MYM has a fairly greedy support lineup. That Invoker needs a ton of levels.
Yeah, bottom two. Sidoi might be in trouble. Level 3 waveform. Here comes the Soul Assumption and the Ursa Clap to follow it up. Are they going to have enough damage from the slow? He pops the self, but it doesn't do enough. Crit gets himself a kill.
All right. I mean, again, I'm just, every time I see Morphling, I'm always impressed of how much damage he can do early game and how much distance he could cover.
Yeah, that
Not many
waveform.
other carry hero could have that kind of early game impact in terms of forcing a kill. And we see Unicorn doing it 2-3 times now.
Oh, he needs to be careful now. He does not have a wand, which
Why does he not have a magic wand?
I think it's because he wasn't expecting to necessarily be fighting that much. Although I'm not sure if that's justified reasoning, honestly.
I mean,
just because he's against a Bristleback.
I actually think if you have a magic stick, you increase your farm rate because you're against a Bristleback. You just get free waveforms every once in a while.
It's free mana,
Could be,
free
but
life.
how much are you farming the woods at this point in the game? Because the only way it technically would increase your farm is if you were killing the wave so fast that you could jungle.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's like really reasonable right now.
Yeah, he is going to get a quick Midas, you know, despite having a boots to supplement his survivability.
Well, he is like really, really slow. And against Bristleback, you don't really want to get run down at all, you know. Like he'll chase you and annihilate you if you don't have boots.
It's Midas versus Midas. BZZ's going to get himself a Midas too. But I think the Morphling is, yeah, he's actually going to be done with his before BZZ finishes his Midas.
He has Aquila and boots on Luna though.
Does he?
Or not Aquila,
Bassi, yeah.
Bassi.
But I think he started with the Ring of Protection. So, I mean, more or less they have the same money.
Yeah. One thing I'm somewhat inclined to disagree with a Midas on Luna is that I feel like she fills her inventory so fast. Like with things like drums, BKB, Ring of Aquila, maybe a Yasha, maybe a lifesteal.
But if you go Midas, I think you don't buy drums, you know? Like you save that inventory
I'm saying,
slot.
but regardless, you're going to get a lot more of the other smaller items that you have to ditch your Midas somewhat quite early. So
What do you think about just instead of Midas and Luna getting a helmet of Dominator? I feel it serves kind of the same purpose with second agents or even jungle camps.
The thing is, if you get a Dominator and you're playing in a competitive game, the
They
other
will
team is just going to ward your agents.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you can still stack like the big camp in the jungle or something.
that's true.
yeah, you could do that. I just think that the Midas is more of a guaranteed investment, and he might just get a Dominator too, honestly, because even though it's considered a greedy build to go Midas Dominator, it still transitions into a Satanic, which is a full like 6-slot item.
Yeah.
So it's like Lumi was saying earlier, balancing your inventory slots a little bit better. So, yep, we'll see.
I think the most important thing to point out right now is that Puck, being played by Exist now, has 2,000 gold. So he's going for any boots upgrade and going straight for a Blink. And given how well his team and himself been playing so far, I think a Blink would really solidify the early game advantage. If you could kill Solo one more time, or if you could kill BZ one more time, that could really give him the early game lead that they're looking for.
See how passive Solo's playing in the middle.
Godblack's behind the tower here. Yeah, he knows Ace is around. Vendetta just wore off, but they don't have any vision of the high ground by the tower, so unfortunately, at least for the time being, Ace is kind of wasting a bit of time.
What do you think about Solo's decision to actually go for Hannah Midas despite getting killed already twice? Like, he doesn't even have boots on the mid lane against a Puck. I feel that's almost suicidal.
Yeah, but he needs the experience, you know? He needs to recover.
Okay, well...
I mean, it's called a recovery Midas for a reason, man.
I suppose. The Blink Dagger is online, and I don't think Puck is solo kill an Invoker, especially with Tree backing him up. But with any +1, they should be able to do it with ease, especially against a bootless Invoker.
Radiant's top tower
Bootless Invoker.
Oh, bottom.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna get dropping. Yeah, waveform in, and yeah, just exploded. Nice bird stuns there for Mini. Actually didn't overlap that much, but he still didn't have time to get a grave off, so well done.
So we were saying that we like this 2-1-2 because you know, it guarantees Bristleback some farm, and he is getting farm, but at the expense of a Dazzle that's died 2-3 times now.
Well, I think honestly it was more of misplay than it was because of the lane itself. And
Like
Crit
him
didn't
being in the jungle.
yeah,
position.
Crit didn't even go bottom first, right? Like he went mid. He killed Solo before he even went to bottom lane, and he didn't get the kill. It was mid who got the kill, so he didn't benefit from the kill other than the fact that Exist got first blood gold. So it's like it didn't make his gank any stronger. You know what I mean? When he went bottom for the first time, it simply was just misplays.
All right, looks like we have Exist popping his Invis rune and straight TPing up to the top lane. Ace is also Invis thanks to Vendetta, and they're looking for the Luna, but Luna, well, BZZ is perfect. He says
That
something
game
Sentry.
sense,
Yeah. Look at
Okay.
this preparation from RoX.Kiss.
Oh, he's baiting it.
Okay, well, nice bait, though.
Well, he instantly died.
Guys, I'm gonna walk in the jungle and bait the initiation, okay?
Well, the thing is,
didn't expect the
he
blink.
only saw Nix.
Yeah.
He didn't see the puck. So I get why he would do that, you know, because he's like, oh yeah, I'm a free kill, I'm a free kill. Oh crap, there's two of them.
It was the silence really that killed him there.
Well,
was a
space
trap.
created, though. Solo got his Midas, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Bottom, Sadoy could be in some trouble. He's going to get stunned by one bird. Here comes the second
nice.
soul assumption right in the
Jeez.
back, and he just explodes. He is not really having a great time.
No, he's not. I mean, Bristleback is level 7, and Mini on the Visage is level 8. Yeah.
He's so far. He's 202 on Mini.
This reminds me of Visage back in the days of like the pre-nerfs, where you just walk out of the lane as a support, have like 5 kills.
What did they change on this?
Oh,
about
middle
that later.
Solo. Rest in peace. Even the tree armor is not going to do him any good. It's a lot of MYM, and now
Yol might be in
Yol,
trouble.
he still has Gray for himself. Unfortunately, he couldn't get close enough to Solo to use it. He will be able to chase off Exist.
middle tower is under
This
What did
game
what did
is,
they change on Visage? Sorry.
They made Soul Assumption mana costs much higher now. It used to be like 170, now it's 200. So the lane fights last much longer before, so you could chuck out multiple soul assumption with the lower mana cost. Also, trialing versus trialing was much more of a common thing, and when you have spells flying about, your soul assumption charges fully very quickly.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
It still scales down in mana though, so level 4 soul assumption is not really that hard to use. Like you can use it like I think 3 or 4 times, which is usually by then the team fight's over, you know, because if you have enough time to charge that many souls in a fight, then there's a ton of
And you
damage
can chuck
done.
out 4 soul assumptions, you
Yeah.
should win the fight, yeah. Looks like Rox.KIS is going to get a tier 1 push on the top lane. Going to be a little bit hard here against Exist as well as Ace, both kind of spamming down the wave. They do not have a glyph though, so if a fight gets ugly, Rox.KIS can
Solo
push down
doesn't
the
have
tower.
boots, yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
need boots, man. Got a hand of money, don't need boots.
I mean, look at how well that did for Bone 7.
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
the Dex
but,
there.
well, actually, yeah, he's going for the Bone 7 right now.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
0-3-0. That is very, very unfortunate for him. But he's still, well, yeah, he's a full level behind Exist, but that's fair because Exist has been involved in 4 kills.
Yep. And they might get coil right there. That's a pretty juicy coil. Exist does not, I guess, take it.
The trouble is though, when you coil, you don't really have any backup. Like it's pretty far away, the backup. So
Well,
you need
Mini
to-
wasn't there yet, but he is now.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they wanted to go, they could just kill Yul instantly.
They need to send the birds in kind of first, though,
Dire's
don't they?
middle tower is
Yeah, I think
under
Exist could
attack.
blink in aggressively. He's got max silence. They're just playing it very, very passive. The other thing is, Sadoy, like, he has a Vanguard, but I don't really know if I like Vanguard against MYM. I mean, Enchantress is pure damage. Nix is pretty much all magic damage. Puck is pretty much all magic damage. Visage is kind of half and half. And Morphling is...
Half and half, I guess.
Yeah, I guess half and half, too.
So what would you recommend? Like a cloak into...
I would probably just go casual cloak and make like treads
Mid
or a
lane
mech
here,
or something.
Blink coil against Solo. The Rainy Rift is right there as well. The lack of boots. Well, I don't think it would really matter. The Grave did not come in time. Yo TPing a little bit too late. And that's yet another kill. Crit is also on a killing spree. And again, that's exactly what we expect out of an MYM game. They dominate early, they dominate fast, and they put a ton of pressure. The question is, are they turning it into any game objective? And quickly looking, we have 3 towers, tier 1 towers standing for Rox.KIS. So far, nothing transitioned into more of a solid victory for MYM.
Yeah, but you still have to say that they're playing
Yeah,
it very
no,
well.
they're-
This
they're
is
only
standard
hard.
MYM though,
Yeah,
right?
9-1.
Like they always do this during the early game. They always have
Yeah.
really good rotations. They know exactly where to be, and their team fight just kind of gets lackluster the longer the game goes on. But Unicorn's been free farming, man. He's right up there with
Yeah.
the BZZ.
4,000 goalie here. Hannah Midas being used on Morphling.
They have the same CS, like exactly the same.
And Rox.KIS are looking at Roshan. This is manly, but they have full vision and they have a sentry down, so they know that there's nothing around here from MYM.
I mean, they have a Vanguard on Sadoy, and he has living armor with Goo, so they could actually tank it quite easily. They have the damage coming in from Solo as well as BZZ. But here comes a puck. Invis.
No coil.
No coil, that's the big point.
Well, they're going to drop a ward. Going to throw an orb into the pit. Here comes the Panic Eclipse, I guess. Ace walks in, pops the Carapace, gets a stun off on BZZ. He's still going to be fine for the moment, though. And this is more or less just both teams giving some guff, I guess. No one's really committing that hard.
Giving the
The Ace
goose.
ends up going down eventually.
Did you see the Midas on Solo?
Yeah.
He Midas just as the center was with the clap.
The coil's back online, though, so Exist is looking for that 2-3 man target coil.
Oh, the birds are going to scout.
Yeah, Exist is going to throw it out. Sadoy's low. It's going to blink right in. He's going to go for the courier steal. He does get the Aegis. What a player here. And MYM is just descending upon the Roshan pit. Here comes the overgrowth, but it's not really doing too much. And MYM's going to clean up. At the end of the day, a 3-for-2 trade. Looks like an Aegis is going to pop for Exist. Huge victory. Did they even get the last hit?
No.
Yeah.
No, it was a snatch.
It was a snatch.
It was a snatch.
Under attack.
Okay. So I guess Rox.KIS got a little bit of experience, but
How
they're going
many
to lose a tier
Aegis
1.
steals have we seen in the DreamLeague so far? Like
Too many.
Too many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it nearly feels like one every game.
One every day, more like.
I don't know, man. There have been a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like at least 5 anyway.
That hurts Rox.KIS so bad, though. I mean, they didn't lose their Luna, I guess. And he wasn't level 11 when he eclipsed, although, let's be honest, that eclipse was, like, not great.
Yeah, they have the Enchantress
Not
creeps
great.
as well.
Yeah.
Tanking
But he's almost got a BKB and BZZ. That'll be helpful. My question is, like, after you lose a Roshan like that, what is your game plan? Because now you really have to just play fully defensive, and I think the MYM might start just taking towers,
Yeah.
especially if they can pick off Solo again here top.
Yeah, we're going to see I mean, I don't even need coil.
He
Just
has his
impale
boots
straight
now.
up.
Nice stun.
Blink silence. Orbs, right clicks. Easy peasy for MYM.
Lemon squeezy.
That's something Day9 would say. Right, Day9?
Yeah.
Okay.
All I'm going to say is I'm so happy Exist didn't make phase boots. I'm going to say this entire game is because he didn't make phase
Yeah,
boots.
sure, you know.
Well, you think phase boots are worse than Brem boots?
Dire's top tower
Well, I
is
think
under
that in some
attack.
cases it's better to just completely forgo upgrading boots, which he has done.
Yeah.
Like, he just decided not to upgrade them at all because he knows that he can get a blink that much faster and then make stuff happen during the mid game,
Dire's top
which is
tower
fine.
is under attack.
And if he can make his way to a Hex just that much faster because now he has an ultimate orb, then I think it's pretty good.
It's pretty hard to play Bristleback from behind. Like, it's one of them heroes that
Yeah.
if you don't have a good start,
under
it's
attack.
pretty fucking difficult.
Your job is supposed to be running at them. Any hero who is supposed to tank damage from behind is awful. Same reason why Axe is awful, because he needs to be
Whoa.
ahead. No, I mean like awful in a position where you're not
Yeah.
just crushing the enemy, right? So even if you have equal farm or comparable farm, you're still not going to do well. The heroes just need a lot.
That's probably what they're giving the ancient stack to the Bristleback instead of the Luna.
Yeah.
Well,
They're just
I don't
greasing
think,
them up for them.
Just a little bit of lube, man.
Yeah.
It's fine.
think
He's
Luna needs-
spiking a few of them. Go on, get that one. Oh, yeah.
He needs it, man. He needs a casual cloak really badly.
He robbed most of them, in fairness.
But I think it's fine, just because BZZ should still get his BKB money off that, and he does. Just barely.
Which of Cyrant going out? Why do they call it cloak now instead of a planeswalker cloak?
I don't know. Maybe...
Because planeswalker cloak is more of a Magic the Gathering thing. It's
Yeah, I was going to say, it's
Yeah.
Magic. Maybe they got angry too.
I don't know.
Everyone's just pissed.
No, you can't have skeletons or kings in your game. You can't have anything that involves walking on another plane.
Dire's
I know
bottom
Centaurs
tower
as
For
well.
those of you guys that care, I know that the guys in R&D of Magic, they do actually play Dota. And they're a
Really?
big fan of
Really?
the game. Yeah, they try to make a couple cards that look like Dota heroes.
Aren't they in Seattle as well?
Yeah, they are. They actually gather in Valve and they play Magic sometimes. And
It's pretty cool.
Tier 1, being sieged.
Yeah, Rox.Kiss, they want something, and this is probably one of the better times, I guess, to try, because Morphling still doesn't have that much, and they're going to be more or less playing this as a 4v5, although he is sitting in base right now. He might be able to TP to the tier 1. Cliff was already used. Tower dropping quite a bit lower. Maybe they just want to go for the deny. Exist is teleporting in. Are they going to choose to fight this? Nope, guess not. They're just going to run. Overgrowth on pretty much just many. Exist blinks, retreats out. Decent stun coming out from Ace. Buys many a little bit more time, but he will eventually go down. Coil's going to be used defensively. Hits on 4, but I don't really think they want to fight this.
They Luna
E-Blade.
used BKB.
Yeah, E-Blade just finished, by the way, on Morphling, like as that fight was winding down. So I think if he had it prior to that tower dropping, they might have fought it, but
So this is where I have issue with MYM. Great play early game, you know, with the Roshan sale, individual play all up there. In that particular engagement, Exist was at the top lane destroying a tier 1 tower. And then they did not defend the mid. So essentially they traded mid for top. They called a shotgun. Oh, the blink got canceled here from Exist. So the Grave came out. The silence did not hit. And now MYM's on full retreat. Unicorn, is he going to die? The Sunstrike looks like it hit this Enchantress. Blink impaled at this hit on 2. They really need to throw a lot more damage back. Unicorn waves in. They want to focus on Yo. Yo gets earned. He is going to die, but they lose the Morphling as a result. And now Puck with a lot of mana being missing. He's going to get right click down as well. Impale's going to hit on 2 as well. Crit trying to do what he can against the tree. The tree does fall. Crit now on the run. He's still surviving. He Mech's on cooldown. Magic Wand's on cooldown. He goes down as well. Mini now trying to fly away. Fly away, my friend. He's going to get focused down by 2-3 heroes. This is where the standard MYM fails are coming out, man. Ultra kill on Sadoy. And this is a guy that had nothing but a Vanguard. Now he has a complete mech. What is going on?
1,400 gold
Holy shit.
on top of that.
Huh.
Now, both carries died, so I guess...
Morphling died first, though.
I mean, let's be honest, that was almost an unmitigated disaster for MYM. Like, the Morphling suicided, Exist suicided, and then everyone else died. Like, it wasn't great.
He seemed to, I think he must have lost vision on the high ground the morph when he kind of shotgunned them. I think he lost
Yeah.
vision. I had to wait for him to see him because it was really slow.
I don't know if he had enough agility to go for that kill anyway, though.
No. They had it. What mess up was Exist did not. I think his blink got canceled.
Yeah.
And he couldn't silence.
So he raining rift the ground, and that's why the Grave came out. But for me, before that fight happened, Exist was pushing a tier 1 top instead of TPing to defend the tier 1 mid. Because of that, the tier 1 rolled down, and they just lost like Visage as a result. I think it's when you're playing a lineup like this, it's more important to defend your towers and force fights because you have the goal lead. Before that fight happened, they had a 5,000 goal lead. Now it's down to 2,500. You need to protect your lead like that when you're playing for more of an early game lineup. And suddenly a mech comes out for the Bristleback. Luna has BKB finish. This mid game is going to look very ugly for MYM.
Well, we also have to remember that Unicorn pretty much made the worst possible choice when he decided to go back in.
Wave in again 2-4.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and he was already wove, right? Woven? Waved?
Weaved.
Wove.
No, weaves is a totally different word.
Weaved.
I don't know. Either way.
Weave.
I mean,
Weave is the
they
name of the skill.
reinitiated on that, you know, in a situation where
The Goose was bad.
I don't think there was any reason to go back in. I mean, they had no pressure. They were still ahead. Like, why force an issue like that when you know that all you have to do is wait another, like, 30 seconds and then try again? Because they reinitiated with no E-Blade. And maybe Adaptive Strike was back up, but the E-Blade is the big thing, because if you're going E-Blade, then you need that item to fight. Like, why buy it if you're going to go in when it's not up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm checking on Morphling's item. Looks like he's going to be going for a Black King bar.
I don't like that at all.
You don't like it? Why,
I think
why
it's
not?
really bad.
I mean, it blocks Eclipse.
Radiant's bottom
The
tower is
you,
under
you think he should worry more about the physical damage coming out?
I
from
think a
RoX.KIS?
Manta would have been 10 times better than a BKB.
I would have to agree.
You can mount out a cold snap, the bristle, snots.
Well, you can Manta just to eat more Eclipse instead of just making yourself immune to it and making your team take more damage.
And you can mount out a trio ulti as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you could BKB out of Triol as well, to be fair. You know.
But you don't want to hold your BKB
That's
just for
true.
Triol,
That's
because
true.
in that sense, Triol actually counters BKB
Yeah.
against a team that you want to preemptively.
Oh,
Oh,
it
goodbye,
worked.
y'all. Rip. He just got exploded.
One thing that he is doing well is finding these kind of kills here and there. They need that T1 badly. Because if you don't destroy this T1, that tree is constantly
heals
healing
it
him back
up,
up.
I think they just go for this, honestly. Oh, they're going to spot out BZZ. Can I send him before the BKB? Replicate's going down. Poor little bug man.
Does it still have, if you make a Morphling replica?
No, the courier. No,
He's going to get it.
courier.
Dana,
Leave, draw though.
Dana,
I won't catch it.
Get away, draw though. No, he's a.
Oh.
courier has been killed.
Yeah, if you have a
That's
Morphling
expected.
replica, does it still have the Morphling's hero name on the
Dire's
replica?
top tower
It still shows up as Morphling, like on a map. Like, not the hero, but, you know, the color.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're yellow, or orange in this case, it shows up as an orange dot. Bruno's having way too much fun right now. By the way,
Can't have too
Exist
much fun.
has Hex now.
Yeah.
23-minute Hex Blink, that's insane.
Against a Bristleback?
Yeah, I think
who,
it's like the biggest counter with the Bristleback. Like
well,
it
it's the biggest counter to everything, but you know.
well, Bristleback
it hurts.
especially.
Being
Yeah,
a pig is good against all things.
Yeah.
Like it pretty much makes all the spells.
Which, by the way, did you guys receive that gem from our DreamLeague
Radiant's
compendium?
bottom tower
I did.
is under attack.
Are you disappointed that it only counts your victory and not dream spells?
What's up with that, Bruno?
I am. Yeah. That's not what we talked, but yeah, we need to talk to Valve if that's the definite thing or not. I mean, at the end, it's in their hand. Why is the screen going red?
Yol with a super preemptive grave there, just at 100%, went full panic mode.
And grave the wrong person?
Well, he thought he was gonna. Like,
Yeah, you know.
the thing is, he can't instantly kill Solo because he has 1400 health, but he can instantly kill Yol.
Yeah.
So
Finish that stick.
it was fine. It's fine. You know what else is fine? Minis almost got an Aghanims.
Now they're gonna go for the re-engage on the Roshan. Re-engage.
Is there going to be another steal? That's the question.
No, Exist is probably gonna get a 4-man coil this time.
My heart can't take it anymore.
Well, the thing is, Luna has BKB, so if they initiate in the pit like this, I don't think Exist is going to have as nice of a time as he did previously.
Oh.
Waveform forward by Unicorn. He's still got a replicate out if he needs to use it, I think. No,
He doesn't have replicate.
He doesn't have a replicate out. Okay, he's just going to die. Some big throws going out here from MYM. Ace is going to get a stun on one, but it's just Yol. Galblack chasing him down on the high ground. He will pop Vendetta and walk away, but this is going to be, I guess, a free Roche for
No.
RoX.KIS.
Exist. Drop your TP scroll, man. Make the plays.
He wants to, man.
That's why when he waved in, I was like, what's going on? Because I don't see the TP
yeah, I
numbers.
thought he had one out because
Oh,
I
here we
saw.
go.
He doesn't have. He still has.
He doesn't have the TP.
What? Oh, he bottled it. I don't blame him.
That Unicorn is just questionable plays on top of questionable plays, man.
What did they say, Andy? M1's gonna draft early. They're gonna win early.
Yeah.
Oh, exist. He's gonna die for no reason.
Under attack.
He's gonna
Why?
blink.
No, he's still dead. Maybe. No, he can get to the high ground. He can get to the high ground.
Get up there.
No, he died.
What?
I thought he was
Luna
gonna.
with the beam.
I thought he was gonna orb to the hill and
Yeah.
TP.
He
but-
kind of missed though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Wasn't great. He panicked. He's no Arteezy.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Because Arteezy never dies. Buybacks and dies.
In those situations, he actually lives more often than not. That's the weird thing. It's like he dies in like really weird ways, like
Yeah.
stupid ways, and then you're like, okay, he's definitely dead here, but then he lives. You know, it's unpredictable with his deaths.
Manta finished on Luna.
Yeah, Manta BKB. This is it's getting a little sketchy, man. I would say that MYM are still in pretty good shape because they have a decent lead, but Unicorn just keeps feeding. Like, how else do you put it? That was a feed.
They don't have a lead anymore. That goal lead is gone.
Should they not fight when they don't have replicate? Like, I don't see the point.
Maybe
Well-
he thought he had replicate when he waved in like that.
I don't know, man. It was still like 30 seconds on cooldown. I feel like that's pretty obvious that you don't have it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought he had it at the beginning too because he waveformed, and I was like, he probably has a replicate, so I just gave him the benefit of the doubt. Wrong. Feed.
Silly goose.
Yeah. BKB picked up now on solo as well.
Oh, Ace is fighting Yo in the jungle right now, but Sidoi coming in. He has the mech, so there's no even point to engage. Yeah, Ace is gonna get out. Crit is gonna come in and drop some impetus. No, man, just get out, please.
It's fine. Enchantress has tons of base armor. Just let that weave tick, man.
Which,
Just let
by
it
the way,
happen.
like also earlier when the engagement on Roshan was happening, Yo just dropped down weave on like 2 people, and they're like, "Yeah, come at us. You know, you have no armor. We'll take that fight."
Pretty strong combination with Bristleback, isn't it? It's, as Bruno said earlier, it's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that Rox.Kiss have managed to come back so hard, like on the back of 2 fights, basically.
You know, is it a comeback
Okay,
or is it MYM
it's a throw.
throw? Yeah.
Those waveforms, man.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they never pick hard carries.
He went just a bit aggressive, I think, both times. And they had no backup at all.
Yeah, Goblock's got a gem too now, so it's going to be really difficult for Ace to make anything happen here. But he does already have Blink Force, so I guess in that sense he can still manage to get himself in and out of the fights, which is the most important thing for a Nix. Just to be disruptive, more or less.
All right, so Andy, I got a pretty noobish question to ask you.
Okay.
Personally, when I play carry, I have no problem farming for the big items. So I'll get, you know, BKBs and butterflies and all that stuff. But I always have trouble carrying the team. In some ways, like, you know, the suspect the unicorn waveforms and whatnot. What do you have to give tips to carry players out there in their own pub games who are, you know, getting the right items but can't contribute to the same level that the items should allow you to contribute?
Are you talking just solely in terms of team fights, or just
team
in general?
fights, yeah, or in general. Like, if you have any good tips.
My general rule of thumb is if I'm very overfarmed and I know that the other team needs multiple people to kill me, I farm in the most dangerous positions that I can and get away with it.
And create space for the rest of the team
Right,
to
so
farm.
you can let the people on your team who don't have that kind of farm the safer areas, and it just kind of makes your team more efficient. And when in team fights, I always try to prioritize the targets that I want to kill absolutely, like before anything else. Especially if I'm a hero like Morphling, who has the capability of taking somebody out. So Unicorn's been focusing Yol, which is the right choice, because he can't go for Sidoi, he can't go for BZZ or Solo now because he has a BKB, and going for the tree is a waste. So know who your target is before you go into a fight. Know who the highest threat is to you in particular, and farm as dangerously as you can without dying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hard. That's like the hardest part, right? Like just being in a position on the map where, you know, Mini's doing it right now. Mini is the one who is farming in the hardest spot to farm.
Yes.
But he knows that he's not going to die because he sees that RoX.KIS are currently mid. That's the kind of stuff that you want to do.
Yeah, this is what we saw out of AEI 2000 yesterday in the game against Alliance. And Mini's been doing this second or third time now already. He's been pushing that top tier 2. But unfortunately, I think the mid tier 2 is a little bit more important for the team right now, and they're having a lot of trouble defending.
Luna pushes so fast. Especially when she kills the base tower and like the glaives just blow up everywhere. When I play carry, the hardest thing I find is to know when to TP and not to TP.
Well, it's just knowing how strong your team is at that particular point in the game. Like right now, MYM knew they couldn't defend that. They're like, yeah, we can't fight this, so we're going to keep Mini top. We're going to do half the health of the tier 2 top safe lane in return for losing our tier 2 mid. So when you know when you can and can't fight, you can make better decisions on terms of, okay, we should just do this instead. And that way you're not just getting a net loss, you know what I mean? Like you're not just losing your tier 2.
Well, I think the big issue that MYM's going to have against Sidoi is that now Sidoi has a heart. So he literally can run into the entirety of MYM, and it doesn't matter if he dies because he's going to soak up so much damage that the rest of Rox.KIS is going to clean up. And obviously he's not going to die given the fact that there is Weave, Shadow Wave, and Grave and all that stuff. So I think heart is honestly just the nail in the coffin. I just don't think MYM can take it.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't know if they have the damage to kill him anymore. I mean, Morphling, E-Blade Morphling is actually very bad against Bristleback because the burst damage is negated so heavily if he just manages to turn around. And even if you hit him just straight in the head right now, it doesn't really do anything to him. So.
They recently increased his turn rate as well, so he's like really fast to turn around.
Yeah. I feel like at this stage, like BKB for him It's a game-losing item, man. It really is. He could have had a full Manta right now. He could have been working towards a butterfly, and then he could have just straight up right-clicked everyone to death, you know? Because E-Blade still, stat speaking, is 40 agility and 10 strength, 10 it. So it's still a good item for the slot, even if you're not relying on just the Ethereal Blade proc. But they're going to find BZZ in the woods here. Stun instead of Vendetta. I like that choice. They're going to be able to take him down here.
Nice.
Courier actually brings him an Eagle Song, I think that was, right before he dropped. And Yul's going to get picked off at the same time. Teleport reaction coming in mid. It's going to be Sadoy. And they're not going to be able to really do much else, but...
They're going to get a tier 2.
Yeah, they can push top, yeah.
Yeah, very, very good play. Unfortunately, MY and Mini lost the birds, but very, very good trade if you're going to get Luna on top of that. So Tower is going to go down at a very rapid rate. And in fact, I think Rox.Kiss won to fight this. Do they have buyback on Luna is the question. No, he does not.
I think he just bought an item, like
Yeah,
before he
just
died.
got this Eagle Song.
Oh, Solo's going to come in. This is actually fairly kind of dangerous engage. BKB gets activated. He wants Mini, but he's taking a lot more damage. The birds are coming
shit.
right in. Here comes a little bit of Leech Seed action against Mini. Mini's going to go down as a result. Where's the rest of MYM? They see Solo force Mana Burn from Ace. They're going to get that 1 kill. Again, a good trade in my opinion. Getting a BKB charge for essentially a support.
I love the way he just like BKBs and Visage is just like whatever.
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah, nice BKB, bro.
You can
Slam.
still medallion him, correct?
yeah,
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
He was medallion when he was getting annihilated. I think he actually might just go Shiva's here because of that. Like, if I have, you know, that Mystic Staff in my inventory and I'm thinking
just
about
happened.
buying a Hex and I just get destroyed by Visage Birds, I'm like, fuck this, I'm making a Shiva's.
Sure, yeah.
That was ridiculous.
I don't know, man.
Next Assassin's roaming around to...
I think when Luna gets the butterfly, it starts to get really, really scary.
I mean, they still have the Hex. So I think they
but
still have weapons against
Then
that.
you have to think, like, do they hex the Bristleback or the
No,
Luna?
No, they always Hex the Luna. Like
Bristleback
100%.
is a lost cause. Like, unfortunately, they're not going to be able to deal with this unless they kill everybody else. They're going to find BZZs right here, so... Here comes a shotgun. Impale. Oh, wait, he went for the greedy, but the BKB came out late, but no mana for the waveform. Shred swap. No, he doesn't have enough anyways. The BKB comes out, and they're going to... I think if he left the treads on intelligence before you came in with the replicate, because that does cost mana, he might have had enough.
I don't know, man. That was close. That was really close. He's going to be sad either way. And BZZ's going to be really happy because he's like, wow, I almost just died again. But I didn't die. So it was a happy day for me.
I mean, MYM's making the big plays, but unfortunately cannot convert on that one.
Yeah, that's the problem with Shotgun, is that if you don't have like quick item follow-up, the whole point of going E-Blade is to make sure that you get like a lot of kills in quick succession and snowball another item on top of the E-Blade, right? Like a butterfly or a manta, not a BKB. Because then your damage just falls off so hard that the other heroes on RoX.KIS are able to recover and get enough HP to survive your combo. And even with the Nix there, they couldn't kill him. So I think the E-Blade is actually going to turn, not necessarily be a bad choice, but it's going to kind of haunt him a little bit.
That's why a lot of people get Lincolns and Morphling as well, because he has so much mana cost and all those skills. Like,
Well,
Not just that, but the ability to stay out on the map, you know, because of mana regen.
I don't know whether the Morphling has been tress swapping, and that's the reason you should always tress swap, because you don't know somewhere down the line that you're going to be missing 50 mana for a kill against the enemy.
Well, tread swapping won't give you 50 mana unless you do it like 40 times in a row.
if you tress swap every
time.
waveform, and which is you should do that.
he is doing it.
He is tress swapping. I think. Good.
Or maybe he just started.
He just started
We
tress
got our eye
swapping.
on you, Unicorn, you bastard. No, I'm pretty sure he's been doing it.
Shotgun coming out.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, but that's like what, 1,000 I think between the two spells.
Yeah.
So if you add waveform on top of that, then it's like close to 1,300, I guess, or 1,400.
The poison ball is chasing after him. Run!
You know, there's actually a bug with that animation that I think they might have fixed it, but when you TP away like that, it gets like affixed to your character. But Silence inside of the Roshan pit, they're going to find Yul. He doesn't manage to get the Grave off. Ace stuns him mid-animation. Going to force staff himself away. Exist, unfortunately. Not going to be so lucky. He does have a phase shift. He should be able to blink here.
Don't blink the wrong way, my friend.
Holy shit.
Wow.
That was like disgustingly good timing.
Damn.
Like the deafening has to be on the hero when you leave phase for that to land.
And you don't know when he's going to leave face, because, you know.
Well, I mean, if you hit him right before he phase shifts, then it's pretty much assumed that he has to come out at the end, because that's how long you have to wait for the blink to come off cooldown.
I guess.
So
And
I mean, still really good.
some damage over time spells don't actually tick in time for that as well.
Yeah.
Like if you did Ice Wall, it mightn't actually tick.
Sidoi going to town right now on crit. He's just like, yep, come at me, bro. I got a Hyperstone. He's going to get E-bladed. And crit is just like, well, I'm moving real fast right now. Here comes a stun. Crit's just going to casually TP away and gets forced away.
Damn.
Really nice.
Yeah, this game is showcasing that all of these players have great individual plays.
Unicorn wanted to go for, I don't know. He just waveformed in and then went to his replicate. Weird.
Maybe a little bit of damage. Mini's going to be pushing up top, but the Roshan's going to be going down. Speed of light, because these goo stacks. There's a Hyperstone in Bristleback. Once the AC comes out, I think Sidoi is really the real carry of this lineup. I mean, sure, BZZ's...
BZZ's pretty farmed right now.
He's pretty farmed, but the person that you cannot deal with is Sidoi. Like, they just... Sidoi runs your team, what do? You run away.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the thing is, he had such a bad early game.
Right? Like, he had a Vanguard Trans, and
like, now he has become power.
Yeah.
Well, they gave him that ancient stack.
No, Fata's power. Right? He's nowhere near Fata right now.
I don't know.
What?
Can the other team
Okay, let's
kill him?
consider this. Okay, Sidoi had a way worse position. Y'all fed, right?
Okay.
So let's be honest, it wasn't great for him. And Fata got a mid lane.
Alright, fine. Mid lane, they're
Yo.
gonna blink on Yo. It's gonna get a little bit of help here, but he is gonna get brought down. But the Overgrowth is gonna lock everybody in place. Exist is gonna phase and try to blink himself out of it. Is this tier 1, by the way, still alive? Exist. Koyo on 2 is gonna survive. No phase. He had phase online, did not choose to use it. The center is doing a little bit of work, but that tier 1 still survives. This tier 1 is haunting them right now.
I don't know if he had phase. I think it was like...
He had phase.
That tier 1 makes Roshan so annoying for MYM. Like, the fact that that thing has been alive the entire game. Shout out to Tree. Just keep rubbing your leaves on that building, man.
They've got it down to like 20%, like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, it's so frustrating to just be like, how can we not kill a tier 1 at 38 minutes into the game? Oh, Godblack. He's overstayed his welcome. There's a gem, though.
He's with his people. He's fine.
Yeah. BZZ's here.
I really think Morphling at some point in time should have went down there Manta and like backdoored it.
Yeah, I think that probably would have been a decent choice as well. There's just like Sunstrikes on cooldown, by the way. Solo's just like invoking it and using it. He's going to drop quite low here. He does have cheese. Going to go ahead and pop it. They're going to catch out Ace, Hex. Are they going to be able to force them into the base? Force them into the base. Yep, nice care pace.
The mech came out.
BKB was popped by Solo. I think that maybe was a bit premature. They should be able to get this tower regardless, though, I think.
He does look fabulous.
There's still an Aegis on BZZ.
They're waiting for Exist to come back. Coil's up in 10 seconds. Wow, Exist is playing
Wants to go
ballsy. Yeah, he does have the Hex to actually initiate on anybody, but I think that's a good choice. BKB is down though, so perhaps so that is the perfect time to go. You can see that Go Black. He is invised up. He's looking for the Overgrowth. He's walking in. There's no detection. Overgrowth?
He wants the Morphling.
They want the Morphling. They're straight. I mean,
Hex on Unicorn.
no replicate.
Oh,
Everything
man.
being bursted down. Strength 4, keeping alive. BKB, but no way for him back out. Ultimate on Puck is down, and it's not looking good for MYM.
Yeah, crit. He's going to get the goo.
All the 4 stuffs.
He still gets impaled.
Beautiful.
Ace is playing really well.
Yeah, he is. He saved crit like 3 times.
I feel so bad for MYM because it really feels like Unicorn just lost in the game. Like, I don't often just say like one player just really underperformed, but he suicided twice at very important times. And that just like allowed Rox.Kiss to come back. But they're going to try to chase it out. They're going to get a Hex on a BZZ. Exist is still here. Coil on cooldown for another 50 seconds. Ace continuing his pursuit as well.
They have
He's going to blink in 1 second. Silence actually only hits on 1. Solo going to pop the BKB. Exist is going to go down here again. And now they want to continue fighting this. BZZ is just incredibly tanky right now. He's dropping a little bit low impetus onto Solo. Dies. Crit gets the kill. BZZ going to get his Aegis popped. Are MYM actually able to win this fight? Luna's going to be repopping in just a second. Sidoi is so unbelievably slow. They will be able to... Oh no, the Graves there. Ace, he's going to drop below. 4 steps into the river. Sunstrike doing a tiny bit of damage to Sidoi. BZZ eventually does fall. Unicorn just running away from the god that is Bristleback. And now he is also on the run, and they're going to be able to take him down here, I think. Just maybe. Unicorn has so little mana. He can't be killed. He is not a mortal man. Just kill the tier 1 for crying out loud.
Sidoi wants to re-engage. He's got the tree armor. Exist is coming right back. The Coil's going to hit on Solo. Solo does not have BKB. He's going to get brought out. You want to take Unicorn down with him. Unicorn's going to pop his BKB. What a late BKB.
He's so afraid.
Oh my goodness. So there was a buyback from Exist. He died in that chase. He got hexed, and the Eclipse just took him down. He bought back, upgraded to Boots of Travel, and teleported to one of the birds. But the birds got killed by the glaives. That's why Puck came to fight so much later.
The Bristleback.
Quill Spray. So MYM could have won that a little bit more, but again, like I said, Sadoy is unstoppable.
He's going to have a full AC the next fight, too. Well, he's saving for buyback right now, I think. But Visage has his AC as well.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
He's like, nope, not today. Just blinks away.
Go Black has a gem. And
oh no, they're going to catch Sadoy. This could be huge. If they manage to take him out, not having Sadoy, he actually bought items. He bought items, though. The Grave's going to be there. Yeah, they won't be able to kill him. I was going to say, that could be huge because he just finished his AC.
No, they do. Like, they have Living Armor, Grave, Heal, Force Staff, Mechs.
Whatever, man. I'm just saying, if they did kill him, it would have been huge.
They're getting tier 2s.
Slaying the giant.
I mean, that team fight looked alright for MYM, but you gotta keep in mind, they got an Aegis out of Luna, and they killed her, but they used buyback on Morphling as well as Puck, which is, you know, their 2 cores. So, it's not all dandy in MYM. And again, they still have not a single way to deal with that Bristleback.
Another hex.
The Nix has a hex now.
How many hexes is that now?
2. 2. 1 on the side of Rox.Kiss. Unless Luna decides to buy one. I guess that's like a thing now. Carriers just buy hexes. But
well, Visage does have an AC, so that's a way to start. I think if he does actually pick up a Dazzle, then they do have enough to take down Bristleback.
Yeah, he actually was dropping fairly quick when he was retreating from mid. Or even, you know, the first or second time, take your pick, right? Because he actually kind of got caught out twice. But either way, smoke up here from Rox.Kiss. Roshan is not going to be up that soon.
I don't know. Bristleback's one of those heroes that until he actually dies, you don't ever know because the regen on that hero.
He's forever, man.
Yeah.
He is forever.
It's so deep.
Ace is just kind of like chilling out here. He's like, I'm gonna find somebody. He's actually going to be able to reveal BZZ's smoke. So BZZ knows something's up.
He finished his Satanic, did he?
Yeah, he did. He just spent all his money.
All those birds.
Oh, that gold.
Resummoned.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Now
attack.
how can you kill him? It's getting scarier and scarier.
Yeah, BZZ is now, he's not quite as tanky as Sadoy.
Yeah, he's not even close. 1 hex, and he's done.
Isn't that kind of the
One
same
hex
for,
with proper focus fire, and he's done.
It's kind of the same for both of them.
No, Sadoy? Sadoy takes like 2 hexes, focus with 3 birds.
2 hexes, an RP,
rocket launcher.
rapiers.
Pretty much.
You gotta have everything in the game to kill him, more or less.
Look at that beautiful camera angle.
What camera work? Look at that necklace just flying in the wind.
By the way, this reminds me of how Bristleback used to be, like Dota 6.4a, for those of you guys that watched it that long ago. And you just basically pick Bristleback, farm a relic, and the other team just taps out. Because that's the game. Because once Radiance came online, I think Bristleback, the passive was much stronger back then.
Yes.
And you would just never, ever kill that thing. And because everybody got Blink Daggers in those days, you never get those 2 hexes. So there was no way to deal with that hero.
What about when Blink Dagger wasn't put on cooldown from damage?
It don't matter. He just runs at your base. What do you do?
He just runs straight through everything.
Yeah, runs to your base and you're like, well, you know, game was good.
I was more just thinking about the clowny games where everyone bought a blink on every hero because you could just blink away from everything.
Yeah.
That was so ridiculous.
No, that's the wrong game. That's League of Legends.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well,
But
every
their blinks are on
5
like
minutes.
5-minute cooldowns.
Yeah, every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like 200 range. But anyways, back into the game.
What a segue.
That's not even a segue.
It's kind of.
I just said back into the game. It's not a segue.
Oh, they're baiting Sadoy, man. If they blow 2 hexes on him, it's going to be pretty bad. They're going to come in right now. Sadoy's going to eat Vendetta and a hex.
It did nothing.
I don't know, man. I don't know. He's trapped after
so
half
powerful.
HP, but here comes Unicorn. Oh no, Exist gets blown up on the back line. It's going to be Goldblack giving a big overgrowth. They all get out of their crit. I think it's going to be yet another sacrificial lamb. Goldblack wants more. The walking tree. Not going to catch anything else.
I mean, if I saw a tree walking at me like that, I would probably shit my pants.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's some.
He's still got a blink. He could blink forward here. But I don't think he actually has vision. And he doesn't have team either. The rest of his team are bottom.
Does he need a team though?
Probably not. Unicorn's just casually pushing top in the meantime. No big deal.
What do you think? He should get Boots of Travel, I think. Boots of Travel and Morphling is
Well,
like...
he needs like another carry item right now. He needs like Butterfly. Heck, he might even make like an MKB or something. I don't know. Actually, no, I think Butterfly's still better because it's beneficial to the combo.
Yeah. MKB's like, you feel bad getting them kind of items. Like, on
Yeah.
Morphling.
You want them stats, man.
Yeah, man.
Them stats. Butterfly, Scotty. Just go ham. Although then you wouldn't have lifesteal.
Dire's top
Their base is about to
You
go
do
ham
have
because
lifesteal.
no base tower against Glaives, man. Look at them Glaive bounces.
Yeah,
When's
the
the Morphling
Morphling's
coming
pushing
back?
top as well.
Yeah, they're gonna go
Ace
for a
is up here
base
too.
trade.
They're gonna be able to kill solo maybe.
I think so. They need a shotgun and waveform. They're gonna come right in solo, dropping the low BKB. But here comes the Superman. That is Noah Sadoy. Push a stun. Meanwhile, mid has gone down thanks to Luna.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Yeah, you can still lifesteal with Scotty.
No, I'm saying like if he got those 2 items, his inventory would be full. He wouldn't be able to buy another item. Because he would have his last. I mean, if he doesn't want boots, I guess he could get lifesteal.
Yeah. Get a blink dagger and put on the courier or something.
I think it's legit. You just like swap them every now and then.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
blink whenever it's off cooldown. Can the courier blink since it doesn't cost mana?
Jesus.
I don't know.
Dun, dun.
I just thought about that. I was like, wait a minute.
I don't think he can.
Yeah, I don't think it can either, but it would be funny. Ace, he's got his gem.
I wonder if you can blink, does it put on cooldown? Like you're dying in a situation.
Nah,
your
'cause
courier's
you
coming
can't
and
even
blink.
use like salves anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just wishful thinking. It would be
But
funny.
you can't use wards.
Your
either.
courier blinks, so you get to deliver the blink and use a blink to blink away. Damn. The plays.
Jesus.
That's something Arteezy would do.
Yeah. So I think this is actually a good segue from the question that you asked earlier, Bruno. Like, does 4 Protect 1 work?
Seems like it doesn't.
Seems like it doesn't, right?
I mean, maybe against 4 Protect 1.
Well, I mean, maybe one uniform doesn't.
Well,
Unicorn.
RoX.KIS have 1 and 3 protect their 1 because Sadoy is the other one, and he doesn't really count. But they're going to be able to get
Aegis.
an Aegis
and
for
cheese.
Unicorn. So this is their all-in, I think. This is their time. This is where they fight them.
I mean, okay,
Unicorn
I'm
sold as Midas.
mostly watching this game, of course, and not casting this one, but I think
hear
that
you, by the way.
I think MIM is not doing as bad as you guys think. I mean, they're still 10.
No, I
kills
don't
ahead.
think they can't win. I just think they're not in a great spot.
It's just they even like they're 12k ahead in experience, which at this point it means less and less, but it is pretty interesting for them. I think if RoX.KIS fails in one team fight in the way that MIM failed in the past, it's so easy for MIM to take the Roxys as well. They just can get the Visage Bears, and Morphling does so much damage, so they can't be too comfortable, RoX.KIS. They just lost the Aegis and the cheese, and that will give some breathing room to MIM for the next couple minutes. I don't know, maybe it's a 79-minute game for Lumi.
It could be.
I mean, here, that's good and dandy. When have we seen Sadoy die?
3 times, actually.
No. When's the last time we've seen Sadoy die?
Not for a while.
Tower
Yeah.
is under
Not
attack.
for a long while.
And you know, Bristleback, we were talking about he's not the best 6-slot hero, but that's a more traditional. Like,
Oh my god.
Now, is Sidoy an ancient?
gives
he gets
vision.
hexed.
He
He's
can't
not-
go to the orb.
4 stuff.
He's stuck there.
He's not having a great time.
He's got blink.
You know what?
The whole tree's being destroyed. He goes left.
Yes.
And Overthrow finds him. He's got face again. He's got face. He's got orb. He's got face. Get out of there. I mean, this is space created. Look at Bot. The birds are going for the towers right now, man.
Oh my god.
I mean, I think this is big plays by Exist right now. Yeah, towers down to about half HP. It doesn't matter because they have Treant. Are they still going for the puck?
These birds
they
are
ain't not.
annihilating this tower.
Yeah, the birds are going on the tower. The siege and me walk on. Go.
Oh, the tree armor.
It's gonna get annihilated, right?
No,
They don't
it's
do
not
enough
enough
they
damage.
don't do enough
They don't do
damage.
it. Yeah. They only do 10 damage.
Wow. That was cool.
I mean, I don't think Exist was close to dying because he had a hex as well.
And cheese.
Or a cheese,
Arteezy would
sorry.
have killed all 3 of RoX.KIS, by the way.
Okay, man. Arteezy would have died, buyback, and died again.
He would have orbed, gotten a kill, bought back during the orb, and then killed the rest of them. Just saying.
All right, man.
And gotten you like 50 points in the Fantasy League.
Hell yeah. I got to kick Bai's ass even harder this week. But no, I think Bruno brought up a really good point. It's not to say that the game is over by any means, but it's just kind of hard for MYM because I feel as though RoX.KIS late game is just a little bit better. Because Enchantress doesn't really do much at this phase. It's not like she
Wait,
has...
hold up. She has another hex.
Yeah, but she doesn't have like Mask of Madness. She doesn't really do a whole lot of damage, and she only has 1,000 health. Like she explodes, right?
Or
I
treads
think
around
she
int
does
as well.
a couple of interesting things in this game. So the Force Staff and Meg, obviously we know how good they're for the team. I think being able to enchant a particular illusion from Luna is actually much bigger than you think, with holding things like Butterfly and Synthetic on top. And now a Hex starts to make her actually, like, she's different from the usual Enchantress that matters in the late game with Acceptor and, you know, a big damage. But I think she does matter.
Should you, if you If you enchant the Luna illusion, do you get the aura?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a lot for the team. I mean, just getting like glaive bouncings for you is a pretty big deal already. Because it does do a lot of damage.
I don't know, man. I'm not sold. I'm not sold MYM can win this.
Is this the longest game we've seen?
I'm more so than
No, it's
MYM could win this than before.
Actually, it's close to the longest,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's the longest.
And right now, Ace is coming in. He's
Oh,
going to get the
Godlike.
Hex, but oh no, it's going to be a bait. Ace is dropping fast. He gets 4-stab back. Where's the mech? Not going to be using mech. Blink Overgrowth. And Ace is going to get bounced around like a ping pong ball, but he dies. He drops a gem, and now Enchantress tries to TP out. He makes it back, I think. Poison a little bit too late back on the top, though. It's going to be Exist trying to backdoor the range racks. He's going for it, but not enough base damage. He's still hitting it.
Need them phase boots.
I mean, again, space created, right? Like, he's just making the entire enemy team chasing him. He's fine.
What?
Absorbing. He's the tornado. It's okay.
Oh,
He's
no,
okay. What?
He got mini stunned. He couldn't go to his orb. He's dead.
He had cheese too. What? I guess it's not worth to use the cheese. I guess.
Yeah, he would have. I mean, he might have been able to live a little bit longer, but I think it's better to keep the cheese for the fight than it is for you.
I think he
doing
should give
whatever
it to
he was
the
doing.
Morphling once the Aegis runs out.
Yeah, he could do that too. It's good.
5k up on Morphling again. What do you get now? That's
Sell the BKB.
sell the BKB.
You
Game
can't
losing
sell the
item.
BKB.
Well,
Drop the BKB
you
on the
definitely,
ground
You
and
definitely
yell
go
at it.
bots first before anything.
You BKB.
We're talking about Morphling here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely go bots first before anything, and then you go Scotty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he needs bots if he has a replicant. Oh no. Oh, mini. Mini. He has buyback. It's fine.
And some, actually. He has a good bit of change.
He's like actually rich. And Ace is going to be up in a second here too. But this is still kind of a problem because now all Rox.Kiss lanes are starting to push out a bit. Mid's already inside of MYM space. And Sadoy's just going ham on the tower. Exist still dead for 20 seconds. This is a horrible time to be dead for 20 seconds because you really don't want to have to waste your buyback on a 20-second res timer. But he might have to. Birds are going down as well. Solo pops the BKB. They're going to do a little bit of damage to Crit. And Unicorn also going to retreat. But Solo just getting eaten alive by the bird damage. Mini going to throw out another Solo Assumption. Yol just gets popped by Unicorn right away. They already managed to take down one on the side of Rox.Kiss. Can they continue to defend the base? Luna's just going to town on the racks. Doesn't even want to try to fight this Exist. He gets hexed. As soon as he gets back into the fight, goes down again, but still has buyback. He will use it. And now we're going to see a cheese, or Satanic, excuse me, used by BZZ. They just can't take him down fast enough. Morphling's going to be responding here in just a second. A 3-man coil. Solo in the meantime picks up a double, taking out Mini. Unicorn dropping low as well. They're going to be able to take him out. And he also is going to be forced to buy back. It's a triple for Solo. The Rax dies as well. And I think...
They just completely ignored Bristleback.
Yeah,
They can't kill him.
Yeah, just ignore him. He's
When
not
had
there.
Bristleback last died?
Oh, they got more.
They killed Luna.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to try to chase this out. They
should
want to
go
keep
back.
going.
No, Luna
Oh, yeah,
buys
never
back
mind.
and that's it.
It's over. It's over.
True carry of the game? Bristleback.
What a space
Not
creator.
even close.
Oh, Mini got the last kill.
Is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the game, it's like the Morphling can't do enough, you know, like comparative to what the Luna offers in terms of just pure out team damage. Like being able to kill one hero. Unicorn killed Yol instantly. Like he wasn't in the fight at all the whole time.
Maybe he dropped a weave.
Yeah,
before died, I
he
don't
dropped
know.
the weave, and the birds kind of almost killed Solo, but then he was able to get back into the fight. Exist TP'd into a Hex and just died, and then had to buy back, and then couldn't do anything after the fact. They just never got their abilities synergized well enough to actually defend their base. So, yeah, that pickoff actually hurt a lot, and Exist might have wanted to use his cheese just to be alive.
Yeah.
That way his lanes wouldn't have been so pushed in. But either way, well played by Rox.Kiss. MYM prove yet again that no matter how hard you win the early game, you can still lose the game.
Even with that
Impressive.
3 hexes as well.
Yeah.
Was it like 16-2 at some point, or 13-2?
It was
9-1.
ridiculous.
9-1 or 2.
Yeah.
9-1, yeah.
Ridiculous.
Well, looks like MYM are going to be going into the last game, which of course isn't next game, but the last game of the day as 0-5. Unfortunate.
Not surprised.
Not surprised. So we have Team Liquid versus Team Dog coming up next, I believe.
Yes.
So make sure you guys stay tuned, guys. We're going to have more ASUS ROG Dream League coming up next.